By talking about being sort of plugged into remarkable times, there's a certain point when the story just does turn very dark, and there's...
Well, it depends on your idea of colour. yeah. We'll say dark.
I mean, it seems to happen sometime around 67, 68.
Yeah, I would give that a good 67. Yeah, but I think it's very hard for me to discuss that period because not for any reason of not wanting to. It's just that we'd been working non-stop for 4 or 5 years, and basically we'd pulled our string, you know, at that time, just energy-wise. And at the same time, that coincided with acid and the psychedelic hippie thing. But obviously, I was in full range of public view and in the raging glare of the CID.
All the teenage screaming and posturing vanished at the moment Judge Block passed sentence. As he said sternly to Richard that the offence of which he'd been found guilty carried a maximum sentence of 10 years, there was a gasp of pure horror from the youngsters crowded into the public gallery. But there was a dead silence as the judge added, "You will go to prison for 1 year and you will pay £500 towards the cost of the prosecution. Go down."
You know, I'm one of the most famous drug addicts of all time, so they say. You know, I could have done better. And
I don't know what that would have involved.
No.
Richard, who earlier had talked in his evidence of what he called petty morals, went down to the cells without expression.
A campaign against the harsh sentence succeeded, and in the end Keith spent just 1 night in prison. Not much of a deterrent to his own escalating drug use.
Why was I doing heroin? I think the reason I was taking it was how to deal with fame and pressure. You know? And it's one way to run away. And I ran away to the poppy, you know. I used it as a wall against me and fame and the public bit. I'm not really, you know, that way inclined to show up. I mean, I'd have been quite happy to make all these records totally anonymously, but then of course, I mean, that's not possible, you know. I mean, hey, you've got to get out there and put yourself out.
He found it horrific, I think. He says in the book, he didn't like being a pop star, you know. Doris, his mother, said Keith's a shy boy, and he hated that. He felt she kind of betrayed him, but she had a point. The big problem for Keith was not when he was playing her on tour, was after the tour, when the tour was over. Coming down from this massive daily shot of adrenaline of a kind that you and I would never experience in that kind of intensity. A replacement was clearly, in his case, needed.
But there are other people around you, I mean, people you lost, like Brian Jones, Graham Parsons, who weren't able to, either they didn't have such a strong constitution as you, or they didn't have the same mental attitude, I don't know.
Nor do I. I'm not here to answer for my brothers. I lost a lot of good friends that way.
Brian's increasingly erratic behaviour culminated in him leaving the band in June 1969. By July, he was dead.
Yeah, yes, I wish some of my friends, I mean, hadn't done that and overdone it. But, you know, at the time, you just looked at it as par for the course.
Although it was a shock when it actually happened, nobody was really that surprised, too. There are people, I mean, I'm sure that everybody's got those things about certain people. Everybody knows people that you just have that feeling about they're not going to be 70 years old ever, you know. Not everybody makes it, you know.
The Stones decided to go ahead with their free concert in Hyde Park just 2 days later. They released hundreds of white butterflies as a tribute to Brian.
More than 2,000 Negroes joined the rioting crowds who attacked white police and firemen. Rioting raged for more than 3 hours. Fires blazed up in 6 shops and an apartment house. The night sky of Alabama glowed red with the flames of racial strife.